Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here from Safi Financial Network. Today is September 13, 2024. Here's another daily analysis. This is a weekly edition. Market just went up today as well. S&P 500 is pretty close to this double top area, 56.22. However, I believe that we are kind of like getting in to the very, very important level. I know that I mentioned potentially we may get into new all-time high. So next week is going to be a Fed meeting for the rate cut, and everyone is expecting a 25 basis. Today, we had some kind of like a nervous news that Federal Reserve may bring the rate down 50 basis. So if this is the case, then we should be bearish because 50 basis means Federal Reserve panic, and it's going to just bring the market sentiment down as well. So it's going to be lots of volatility down the road. However, for the timing, we are getting to September 17th to September 20, kind of like a fourth, a fifth. And this is going to be the top information for me. This is the topping cycle that I am waiting. So timing and also, let's say, a price action is going to give us when we are getting to the top. But even if we get to new all-time highs, so 5,700 to 58.65, that's going to be the area that I'm looking at, to be honest, for the market top. So let me go to weekly chart. Here is the weekly momentum. And the weekly chart tells us that we are just getting back to the nice uptick after ugly sell-off last week. Still recaptured SMA 20, which is very, very important. And this is kind of like market hold up very well. I believe that even if we get to new all-time high, it's not going to be far away, just the maximum 5,800, and then that's it. So 58.39, 58.60, that's going to be the level that I'm looking at, which is going to be potentially 200s above the current market. But next week, if we get to a new all-time high, no one should be surprised. But that's going to be kind of like the beginning of a downside move or topping cycle, at least if you ask me. So everyone needs to be careful. I know that everyone is excited for a new all-time high, but this new all-time high could be kind of like the end of the rally, at least at this stage of the game. Stochastic momentum, we are getting back to overbought condition again. So this is kind of like interesting when we are seeing even new all-time high. We're going to see lots of huge actually divergence since February. We're seeing even if MACD gets to buy signal here, let's say we're just getting to the positive momentum, but this is a huge divergence in MACD and also huge divergence in RSI as well. So if you just look at RSI, we are seeing a very, very shallow momentum for the market. So this means a market is kind of like a fragile for the downside. So everyone needs to be careful about it. We are at the momentum wise, we are at very, very low while we are getting close to new all-time high. So this is kind of like a scary for me, at least at this stage of the game. However, before election, everyone is kind of like expecting volatility picked up, and October, September is going to be a volatile month as well. So as I said, just be careful. Even if you don't want to short the market, this is going to be a good opportunity, at least for investors and traders, close some long positions, if you ask me. So we'll see how it goes. Moving on to Nasdaq. Nasdaq, let me just go to, here's the weekly chart. So Nasdaq weekly chart, as you see here, we are kind of like lagging compared to S&P 500. Let me close or clean these lines here. So we are lagging. We are far away, not far, but compared to S&P 500, we are not close to new all-time high. So even if we recapture this pivot here, still we will have time to get to even double top here. So last week, this week was positive. If we are getting to kind of like a positive next week and then coming back down after Fed meeting, that would be kind of like, I would say, a top information, at least for Nasdaq as well. So if we are getting below 18,180 or 200, then we should see some kind of like a downside pressure for Nasdaq as well. Moving on to a daily chart. So here's the daily chart and daily momentum. We are getting back to overbought condition again. So the fast line is getting to overbought condition, and also slow line if we are getting to the overbought condition. So potentially next week, I would say Tuesday, Wednesday, when we are getting to Fed meeting, if we are not getting above this pivotal point, potentially we are going to break through and then getting back down. So that's going to be a fake or false breakout, which is exactly coming with this market. So right now the cycle, actually this rebound is too far, too fast, and we can get kind of like, we can bring it up here, somewhere around here. And if we get another downtick, I would say the downtick is going to be very, very sharp and fast. So we can get all the way down to here, potentially to 18,461. So this is the area that we are looking for Nasdaq. Moving on to US 30, which banks actually did very well today. Energy market did very well. And also heavy value names, they were mixed. Boeing, for example, was down, but some names actually did very well. So Dow actually just based on the financials and energy, just getting higher this week as well. So this week is pretty close to new all-time high. Basically, we are at the double or triple top here. If we get above a 42,000, new all-time high is coming. So Dow with S&P could be, those two could be first ones that they are getting to a new all-time high. Moving on to daily chart. So daily chart, a fast line is getting to overbought condition, and also slow line as well. So we can get to, this is the area that we are looking for. And this is the top information that I'm looking for. Even if we get to new all-time high, we can see a rollover. And if market just forming a very shallow new all-time high with a reversal to the downside, we can see again acceleration to the downside. Market is very, very choppy these days. So I would say when we are getting to the important pivots, we can see some kind of like a downside target is coming as well. Moving on to gold, which was rocket star again. New all-time high for gold, 2578 closed, and weekly closed is very, very important. And weekly close was strong. So gold is getting into my reversal area. Fantastic. So we are just getting there, and we can go to 2600, even 2622. But after that, everyone needs to be careful. So yesterday I was kind of like saying a spicy rollover. Everyone's just thinking that I'm talking about sushi or something like that. No, guys, I know it's yummy, but when we are getting to the downside, the pressure is going to be huge. So when gold is usually getting to the all-time high, and when it gets to the correction mood, it takes a very, very long time. So look at this consolidation. For example, I should say for 2 years, actually 3 years or 4 years, gold just consolidates here prior this important breakout. And I believe that we are kind of like at the final stage for this breakout for gold as well. So I close a silver mine today as well, just because I believe that they had a fantastic move to the upside. Moving on to silver, I don't know why my chart is going all the way back there. So silver is almost breaking through to the upside. So this is kind of like a nice scenario for silver. We are just getting to this trend line here, and just reacted to this. So I closed my position. Still, this could be a pullback to this pivot and then getting back to the upside. No problem with that. 3260, that's going to be the maximum level if it comes along with gold new all-time high. So silver can get to this double top here and then getting back to the downside. So we can just close our option position as well in silver. But I believe that silver and gold, they're doing well. They are kind of like a good for hedge your portfolio, especially If you already in a position, if you are not, I wouldn't touch it. No touch for me if you are not in a position. Crude, getting back to kind of like an upside and then downside, a choppy day today, managed positive, which is kind of like a actually normal because crude is getting to this important breakthrough to the downside. So we should see a technical reaction. And sure enough, we just had a technical reaction. However, we just got bull reversal for stochastic in two time frames, weekly and daily. So this is a daily time frame. And I just posted another video, which is in limited time. Tomorrow or Sunday, it's going to be released. And I just mentioned crude and also natural gas. I did analysis. And I mentioned that one of the best buying opportunity 3 weeks ago, and that buying opportunity valid and signal for a buy. So I believe a crude cycle bottom here as well, monthly bottom and weekly bottom as well. So when I'm seeing a bigger time frame shows that we are bottom, this means for multi-weeks we should see sideways to the upside. So that's for crude and natural gas as well. Moving on to individual names. So starting with Bitcoin. Bitcoin, just a nice surge to the upside, almost 4% to the upside. Fantastic move, 60,000 recaptured. And we should see some kind of like a 62 to 64 as a kind of like a, I should say, hiccup or pause. But if we see a consolidation, then we see 66, 68 for a final important resistance here. If it breaks through above 70, then 100,000 is coming down the road. Ethereum, 3% to the upside, lagging, but Ethereum needs to get back above 2,800 to show its position. Bond yield crashing to the downside again. So bond yield goes down after yesterday, kind of like a choppy, still a bear consolidation here, and we can go lower as well. Treasury just getting back to the upside after a bond yield just a crash today as well, 1.62%. Treasury 0.27% to the upside after hours, even goes higher. I believe Treasury can go to 103, 105 by end of this year. VIX 3% down. I believe VIX is pretty close to the bottom. Dixie just getting down, still forming a higher low. But Dixie needs to hold this area. If it doesn't, then we can see more downside actually to 99, 97 is coming. FANG or magma indicator positive today, mixed day for technology. And this means we are kind of like in a roller coaster situation right now. Apple, for example, goes down, Amazon goes down. I kind of like nibbled down my Amazon position as well. I scaled out. And Meta went down today as well, 98 cents. Microsoft just hold up very well today at 3.59 cents up. Google 2.77 cents up. Not a bad session for Google after oversold condition. We should see a bounce backing up. Netflix pretty close to new all-time high again. This bullish consolidation may trigger to the upside potentially. Tesla as well. So Tesla, not a bad session. Hold up at least at this wide range bar, 229.99. So this is interesting. Tesla after hours just nibble took ahead, but hold up very well. So we can give Tesla benefit of doubt at least for 240, 250, but I'm not sure after that. Semiconductor index, $3 up today. Very mixed session for semis. Why? Stocks as well is up. I'm going to tell you why. Taiwan Semiconductor surged, but sellers took control. AMD surged, but doji bar. NVIDIA, it tries to manage positive, but I couldn't. Just 4 cents down. Most of the sessions, actually, NVIDIA was down. Texas Instrument, $3.95 up. Lam Research, $21 up. Not a bad session at all for Lam Research. Just bounced back up nicely. This one can go to 800 maximum, 815. But after that, I'm not sure. So it can just going down again to 640. Financials, actually, they were kind of like a very mixed, but some of them very strong today. XLF 13 cents doji bar. KB very strong, gapped up. The entire session goes up. KRE as well. So Russell 2000 rocking to the upside because regional banks actually did very well. JP Morgan went down. So this chart is very important. This is the leader of the banking sector. And when you see in a good days, like today, this one is getting down, this is a warning sign, guys. So everyone needs to be careful. If JP goes below 190, then we should see JP Morgan is getting down. And also it can drag the entire market down. If you haven't seen my video on JP Morgan, make sure watch that one because this chart tells you everything. And it's kind of like a leading indicator for the market. Goldman Sachs, pretty nice surge to the upside. Bank of America goes down. This is laggard. Wells Fargo going up after yesterday slammed down. So as I said, they are very choppy, very sloppy. And I would say just the regional banks went very well, while big banks actually are down today as well. GDX hit a higher high today, not a bad session at all, 2.24%. These ones are leading to the upside, which is fantastic. GDXJ, $1.39 up. AEM goes up, a nominal higher high, and also Newmont nominal higher high as well. Franco-Nevada, look at that. So it just gapped up, but the entire session sellers took control. Gold Barrick, higher high, nice divergence getting to the backside. So if gold is getting up on Monday, Tuesday, and getting to 2,600, even above, I would say that is kind of like the top information if gold miners doesn't follow. So very, very careful. XLE, energy sector, this one, like crude, actually just getting a bounce. But today, we just see at shadows, higher shadows, actually more than lower shadow. Not a bad session. Overall, not a bad session. We should anticipate that it's going to be a choppy, but I believe that they are bottom. XOP, the same pattern here, $1.30 up. OH, getting back to the upside, but sellers to control, 41 cents down. Exxon managed negative today. Still not a bad session. Wide range bar, it's just getting to this important supply area. So we should see in very, very short term a shadow here. Chevron, $1.40 up, not a bad session. Chevron oversold, smashed down to 136, and now we are seeing a bounce. So this bounce needs to continue above 150. If it goes above 150, then 160 to 161 is coming down the road. All right, folks, I believe I covered everything. If you like this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and have a good one. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.